Hey, boss, you're kind of cool because I'm recording us, hoping that you'll let me broadcast this conversation, which is not part of Alignable, to 2.11 million people. And I'm gonna foolishly not charge yet again, even though I've been complaining about, I'm $500 back in the rent. I just couldn't buy $97 worth of food the other day, so I bumped it down to $47, and I couldn't buy that either. I'm serious, man. Knowing that you're from New Jersey and that you're channeling that famous soprano guy who died, whose name I can't think of.
That would be, is that Joe?
The one who was the heavy-set leader of the group, whatever. What was his fictitious name?
I have no idea.
You never watched the show, probably.
I married into the family.
So you're not allowed to watch it because you're in the real mafia. I'm sorry. I better back up the truck. You guys have probably got a contract assassin on the roof across the street right now. I can almost feel the bullet going in.
The last one died about 2 years ago.
I can almost feel the bullet going into my neck right now.
So anyway, you're an interesting character, Mark.
Well, it's the only thing I got going for me, I can tell you, because the rest of it is just one thing right all day long. I record how many things go wrong in a minute. So let's get to the facts, folks. I got Mr. What's his name on the phone here. I've got so much dementia I don't remember his name, but he might remember it. And he actually has a business with a product, and he has contact information. So if you want to say your name, your business, and your... Go ahead.
I happen to be George Warner.
Okay, oh good. I thought he was just going to tell me to fuck off. His name is George Warner. What else you want to give us?
I have a business called The Business Edge. And what we do here is we connect people with people through the power of human connections.
You want to repeat your tagline, George?
We help people connect with the people they want to connect with through the power of human connections.
All right, and okay.
What that means is, I don't care who you are, I don't care what you do, if you know somebody that knows somebody that you want to talk to, they will talk to you because of the thing that you have in common, which is that other person. So that happens over 90% of the time.
So what's your product? What do? You connect everybody like Seamless AI or what?
No, I believe in human AI. Mark, and one of the things I asked you when we were on the Alignable meeting, and it was a AI Alignable meeting. I think AI is a phenomenal product, but I also believe that people abuse it, and they think that AI is going to run their business for them and bring business into the business for them, and it might bring some, but if you're not Coke, Pepsi, or one of them big names, you're going to have to do what's called prospecting. And prospecting is you reaching out instead of people reaching out to you. I would love to sit here all day and just take orders from people reaching to me. But that normally doesn't happen. If I put a sign out in front of my place, the floodgates are not going to open. But if I get on the phone talking to people that know people that know people, the floodgates will open. And that's what I do. I show people how to do that. I show people how to not cold call. Never cold call again.
you're talking. This is very auspicious. You're talking to a guy who does about, not every day, but about 80 to 100 cold calls when he's doing them, because about 80 to 120 cold calls in a day. I have a special cold calling system that absolutely has never worked. I swear to God, Lord is my witness, I've been using it for about 27 months. I've made maybe 3 sales. I estimate that, you know how we say this many calls to this many appointments?
Right.
I estimate in my business it's about 1,467,952 calls per sale.
Okay. Now, let me give you a little example, Mark. I help businesses. I'm not a coach. I'm more of a mentor than a coach. And a coach that I know called me up one day and said, George, I'm doing a training class with an insurance company and I need a hand. Can you help me? And I said to him, I said, Manny, I said, what's it about? He said, it's about cold calling. And I started laughing, Mark. I said, Manny, you've known me for 20 years. Why would you ask me to go in and teach cold calling? He said, George, you have a unique system. You bring a lot to the table. I'd really like to have you in the room with me. And I said to him, I said, I will not bend, Manny. I will not stand up there and say cold calling is the way to go, because it's not.
Mm-hmm.
I said, but if you want me to help you, I'm more than happy to do that. And in the 3rd class, one of the young agents says to me, George, can you show us how this system works? I said, sure, no problem. I picked up my cell phone. I called somebody I knew. I asked that person if she knew anybody in the property and casualty business. She said, yeah. I said, can you do me a favor and text me over their contact info? And we hung up. A minute later, 2 people come over. I knew one of them. The other one I didn't. So I said to the girl, I know one of them. I'm not going to call that one. I'll call the other one. I called this person that I didn't know, and I got the gatekeeper, and I said to him, I said, hi, my name's George Warner. Denise Davis told me that me and Joe should have a conversation. Is Joe there? Immediately, Joe gets on the phone.
Right.
How many times have you got the gatekeeper and not gotten to the person you want to talk to? I get to the person I want to talk to 90% of the time.
No, good.
And then I said to him, I said, listen, I said, I'm in a meeting right now. I said, I'd really like to set up a one-to-one with you sometime next week. And, well, I started it off with, are you looking for new business?
Yeah.
And he said, yeah, I'm always looking for new business. I said, I said, I can't do anything right now. Can I send you over my calendar link? Can you set up sometime next week that's good for you? Can you do that? He said, yeah, sure, no problem. If it wasn't for Denise Davis, that man would have never taken my call. Now, doesn't mean you're going to sell that person you want to.
No, I understand.
That's up to you.
Yeah.
But I'm going to get you in front of that person you want to be in front of.
May I say something?
Sure.
Okay, number one, this thing you're saying to me is very delicious. And I don't use that word lightly, boss, because I eat 5 meals a day. Now, number two, I'm almost I really like what you're doing in a very much way. I want to say words I can't say, but I have about 11 disabilities. And I'm going to make a list of them soon and buy a piece of stone and have a stone cutter carve them in there. And then I'm going to make 500 tablets like that and hand them to everybody in the world so they get a clue of what I'm saying. So my day-to-day, minute by minute, second by second, like if I lift my hand off the desk to type the letter T into the computer, I'm not joking here, George, and I joke constantly. You need to take that?
No, I'm in an office.
All right. By the way, before I forget, let's get your contact information in this so if we get interrupted, I can publish what we got. Give me your contact information.
Well, you got my phone number, you got my email address.
Well, okay, I didn't want to verbalize it unless I had permission. So
Okay.
George's
Okay.
phone is 856
My
488.
phone number is 856-488-0557. I do pick up my phone if I'm not in a meeting, asleep, in church,
Dear God, he really is in the mafia as far as I can tell.
or at dinner with my wife.
All right, or all of the above. He once had
Okay.
dinner with his
That's
wife
the only
in
time I
church
pick up
during
my
the
phone.
meeting. Yeah, while he was asleep. All right, so it's 885. I believe in repetition. 856-488-0557, folks. Not joking. 856-488-0557. Give us your email again, please, George.
That would be George at thebusinessedgesj.com. I'll spell that for you.
Okay.
George at thebusinessedgesj.com.
All right, boss. So, yeah, so all of the above, we love you. I'm going to put this out in the world. I have to say something to you because of the circumstances of my life. And by the way, it's because I recently stood at a bridge and seriously thought about jumping. And so I'm going to say, yes, I can do all this for you for free. And yes, I'm going to start doing it right now and get it done within 171 minutes, come hell or high water. And if there's ever a time in the next 3 light years that you feel like you can remunerate me, that doesn't mean anything with a broom handle, by the way, remunerate me in any way, send me a phone card, send me some cash, rob a bank and send the money to me with the tracking chemicals still on it. Just do that because I'm so fucking poor right now. I'm about to go into my 4th version of homelessness. I'm days away from being evicted.
And where does this go to, Mark?
It goes for me to either pay my rent.
No. Where
Oh.
Mark at?
Oh, okay. So, all right. I didn't know that was what you were asking. Okay, so A, it goes where the client, George, wants it to go. B, where it usually goes is as follows. Number 1, I'll put it on. First place I'm going to put it is YouTube so that I don't lose it altogether. I've lost some shows. Number 2, I will try to figure out a way to get it from YouTube to where? No, we get it to YouTube, we're good. Okay, and then number 2, within the 171, I'll put it on Facebook, X, LinkedIn, and then I'll look and see what else is open and available and documentable.
But what is your contact info, Mark?
What do you mean? What is my... I'm disabled. I have no idea what that sentence means.
Where's your mailing address?
Okay, mailing address is as follows. 4141 Deep Creek.
Hold on a second.
Take your time. I'm not in a hurry, man. We're just...
4141.
Yeah, Deep Creek Road. And I live in a mobile home park. I rent a room inside a mobile home from my landlord. You need to put the phrase Space 97, hopefully on line 1, because a lot of drivers will not bother to look at line 2. They'll just send whatever they're delivering back to the warehouse. I had to make 37 calls to Verizon to get them to give me what was supposed to be a free upgrade of a phone, because none of the drivers would bother to look at line 2 to see which mobile home they were supposed to send it to. All right, so you got that. Then Fremont, California, 94555.
94555.
A real reason he's doing that is so the contract assassin doesn't have to sit on the roof across the street. He can just walk up to the door with a Glock silencer and go, "Mark, here's what George wants you to know."
See, Mark, I'm all in the business of gratitude. I'm in the business of gratitude.
I'm glad.
And
I knew there was one of you people on Earth. I just didn't find him. I knew there was one guy that has some gratitude.
Start your day with gratitude.
Yes, sir.
You'll never think about going up on the bridge.
Well, I disagree with you, because I do gratitude most days, and I still.
I've been allowed to disagree, but that doesn't make you right. It makes me right.
Okay, well, I've been in psychiatric hospitals more times than you've eaten ice cream, probably. I'm glad that you have the balls to say you're right. That's kind of cool.
Hey, one time people thought I was wrong and they were mistaken.
Yeah, well, there's a blonde woman in Florida who's going to turn 18 tomorrow who would like to meet you after you said that. All right, Bob, we out of here, boss?
I gotta run 'cause I got another meeting.
All right, I'm going to start the clock on the 171 minutes. I'm going to send it to the places I told you unless I can't get in today for some reason. YouTube, LinkedIn, X. All right, boss. When I get it done, I will communicate with you the results in some way, like, email, text, something.
Okay.
All right, sir. God bless you, man.
Have a great day.
God bless you. Take care.
You too.
All right. Bye-bye. All right, folks, that was George, and so we're gonna... George Werner, his name just got lost forever, of course. All right. Gonna do this, folks.